Like everybody my age and many other ages, anyone who likes Harry Potter basically, I wish I'd been in the films. I'd love to have been in the movies. You know, there's this romantic idea that if you were in the films acting like a wizard, you sort of live a bit more in that world, and I would have loved to have played even a small part in the movies, but I didn't. I wasn't the right age, I wasn't in the right place. Just didn't happen, obviously, because it didn't happen to most people. That's not surprising. But my dream of being in the films doesn't have to end, because there is this magical thing called computer technology and video editing, and so I'm going to edit my face into the films, onto some characters, and see what I'd be like in some of the leading roles in the Harry Potter films. So first, I'm going to put my face on Harry Potter, which I think is going to be the easiest one, the most realistic one, because we both have glasses and sort of similar coloured hair, and we're both white men, so it should be quite easy. I think what will be funny is putting me as a sort of man in my 20s with facial hair on 11-year-old Harry's body. I think that'll be quite funny. Okay, so some of these didn't turn out terribly. They look weird because I'm obviously not Daniel Radcliffe. Some of them, like this one on the back of a hippogriff, look passable. It could be me. Some of them, like this one, just look really like I look like I shouldn't be around children because I didn't shave, and that probably would have made this video a little bit better if I had done. Just looks like an old bloke trying to play a kid, and that's what happens in like low budget sketch comedy programs. I think some of them were all right. Let's try Ron. Again, like that's passable. I think I could get away with being the lovable friend, the sort of not as strong, powerful, not in the limelight, not as attractive, sort of the ordinary friend who fades into the background. I think that's a good look for me, which says a lot about my self-esteem. But some of these, particularly like, there's the one where he's playing Quidditch, or I'm playing Quidditch, I suppose, because the head is obscured a little bit. I think the face blends into it a bit better. And then it's a bit more passable, isn't it? Let's let's try Hermione. I am not a very pretty girl, am I? Honestly, like this one, it looks like I've just spent like 9-10 months living in the jungle, probably doing drugs, like, looks so ridiculous. Okay, who else can we do? Let's do Voldemort. Let's see if I can be scary. I think the most unsettling thing about this is that I've got a nose, and Voldemort with a nose just looks weird, like, let alone him sort of less Voldemorty and more like a person. Just looks a bit weird, doesn't it, with a nose? The rest of it passes. I think I could play Voldemort in some... If they're ever recasting this and they need someone to play Voldemort, like, take that bit away. I could be your guy. Okay, let's do some teachers. Let's do an assortment of teachers. Okay, so Snape, I don't think I quite look as like menacing or greasy, which is a good thing. I think I probably look a bit too like soft. Maybe my feet, like, because my cheeks are a little bit, there's a bit to them. I'm not like gaunt enough to be this creepy, sleazy, greasy little man. Like Snape has a look, right? And I just think maybe my face is too kind to fit in with that. Trelawney, that could be me. I actually fancy dressed as Professor Trelawney once. I guess because Trelawney has such set features, right? Being feminine isn't her thing. Being extravagant is her thing. So I could be like an extravagant male Trelawney, and it doesn't look that weird. So Dumbledore and Slughorn actually look pretty good. For some reason, it just fits me being old. Maybe I've got an old person's face. Maybe I'm old before my time. Quirrell, Umbridge, and Lockhart all sort of work. Like for Lockhart, for example, I'm not Hollywood enough for him. I just look like an ordinary bloke. I'm just really ordinary, aren't I? That's what I'm realising from this. Like, people in these films obviously have hair and makeup and they're made to look a certain way. And I just look really ordinary. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed me putting myself in Harry Potter. I feel a bit better about myself. I feel like I've achieved a dream today. I think my favourites were Voldemort, even though he looked creepy, and probably Hermione, because it just didn't work at all. Weirdly, I think the one that passes the most is Slughorn. I think that's the one, if I had to play a character, apparently that's the one I suit the most. Not good for the ego. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, I'll do other characters, I'll do other films and shows and stuff. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up button, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, the links are in the description. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.